Ever since young Sheldon introduced viewers to the charmingly hapless Georgie Cooper and his whirlwind romance with Mandy McAllister, fans knew they were witnessing the seeds of something special. With the birth of their daughter, Cece, and the Season 1 finale of Georgie and Mandy's first marriage ending on a hopeful and slightly chaotic note, speculation about where the couple's story would head next has been rampant. Now, with the second season confirmed and production underway, executive producer Steve Holland is offering fans a tantalizing teaser. A beloved, young Sheldon star will be stepping into the spotlight in a much bigger way. "We're really excited about what we're doing in Season 2, Holland said in a recent interview. "There's a shift coming, not just in tone, but in scope. And, yes, expect to see a familiar face play a much more central role this time." Though he declined to confirm exactly who he was referring to, insiders and longtime fans of young Sheldon have their theories, and most fingers point to none other than Missy Cooper. A new Cooper. Frontier Missy, portrayed by Reagan Revord, has long been a fan favorite. Witty, sarcastic, and fiercely independent, she offered a refreshing counterbalance to Sheldon's hyper-logical personality. While young Sheldon often spotlighted Sheldon's academic exploits and George Sr.'s family dynamics, Missy quietly evolved into the emotional heart of the series, an observer of chaos and sometimes the source of it. With Georgie and Mandy's first marriage spinning off into its own rhythm, there's ample room for Missy to stretch her legs, literally and creatively. Missy's at that pivotal age where everything changes, Holland hinted. She's out of high school now searching for identity, freedom, and connection. That journey overlaps beautifully with what Georgie and Mandy are going through. Raising a kid, navigating early adulthood, trying to build something stable when everything around them is in flux. The potential for rich sibling dynamics is undeniable. Georgie and Missy have always had a bond grounded in shared trauma, humor, and an understanding that neither of them would ever be Sheldon. Season 2 may give that relationship the narrative room to bloom. Sibling rivalries, surrogate families. "We're building out a broader community this season," explained Holland. "The Coopers don't exist in a vacuum. With George Sr. gone and Mary trying to find her place again, the siblings are having to lean on each other in new, often awkward ways. That includes Missy potentially moving in with Georgie and Mandy, or at least crashing their domestic bliss with her own baggage. One of our favorite things to write is Missy babysitting Cece," said co-executive producer Tara Hernandez. "She has no idea what she's doing, but neither did Georgie at first. There's something really funny, and also really tender, about watching them fumble together." The show isn't just playing for laughs, though. Beneath the banter and baby chaos, Season 2 aims to explore deeper emotional territory. Hernandez teased an episode that draws parallels between Missy's budding independence and Mandy's lingering fears about losing her own identity and motherhood. "We're asking questions like, what does it mean to be a young woman in Texas in the late 90s? How do you create your own life when family expectations press in from every angle?" she said. Missy and Mandy are very different people, but they might just find common ground. Bridging the young Sheldon universe with the end of young Sheldon in its 7th season, Georgie and Mandy's first marriage has emerged as its natural successor, not just narratively, but emotionally. And by pulling more characters from the original ensemble into its orbit, the show is poised to continue the Cooper family saga in a fresh, yet familiar way. "There's a legacy we want to honor, but we're also pushing forward," Holland said. "People loved the tone of young Sheldon, that mix of warmth and sharpness. We're keeping that, but exploring new corners." Missy's expanded role is just the beginning. There are whispers of other young Sheldon alums appearing in Season 2, possibly even a teenage Sheldon cameo through flashbacks or inventive storytelling. But Holland is quick to remind fans that this is Georgie and Mandy's show now. "Yes, we're embracing the universe," he said, "but we're doing it through Georgie's eyes. And Georgie's world is messier, funnier, and more grounded than Sheldon's ever was." It's a Texas sitcom with a heartbeat. More than a spin-off. When Georgie and Mandy's first marriage premiered, it faced typical spin-off skepticism. Could it stand on its own? Would fans care about Georgie, the once-dismissed older brother, enough to follow his journey? Season 1 answered that question with humor, heart, and a baby monitor in every other scene. Now, with the promise of Missy's expanded role and a deeper exploration of sibling bonds, Season 2 looks to be even more ambitious. "The show's about building families, chosen or otherwise," said Hernandez. "Whether it's Georgie and Mandy trying to parent a newborn, or Missy trying to figure out who she is outside of being Sheldon's sister, we're telling stories about young adults doing their best in a world that keeps throwing curveballs." She paused, then grinned. "Also, we've got a really funny episode with a possum, but that's all I can say. What's next?" As filming continues and new guest stars are announced, one thing is clear. Georgie and Mandy's first marriage is no longer just a spin-off. It's becoming its own cornerstone of the Big Bang universe. And for Reagan Reward's Missy, that may mean stepping into a spotlight that's long overdue. "She's ready," said Holland. "Fans are going to see a different side of her this season. A grown-up side. And maybe even a little bit of the spark that made Sheldon who he was. Only with more attitude. In the world of the Coopers, family is complicated, messy, hilarious, and always evolving. And with Season 2 just around the corner, it sounds like things are about to get a lot more interesting in Medford. Would you like a version of this formatted for a blog or newsletter?